and welcome back to the Yesterday Show, where we review movies of today. On this segment, we'll be we'll be reviewing the Motorcycle Diaries and connecting to theology teachings. I hear a good friend of mine, Joe Eddy, expert in the field of theology. What do you think about the Motorcycle Diaries?
Well, Mr. Yesterday, I think the Motorcycle Diaries is a perfect film to review theology. Specifically, 4 themes: liberation theology, vocation and the making of meaning, race baiting, and connecting storytelling to God.
Can you elaborate more on that?
Well, firstly, race baiting, which was a segment that Matthew Cook did, is back in the 16th century, European people were promised a free trip to the New World in exchange for 6 to 7 years of hard-working labor, unpaid. And in the film, The Motorcycle Diaries, there is an instance where an American company, a mining company, was taking advantage of the indigenous people by making them work with giving them very little pay.
Okay, so you mentioned liberation theology. Can you explain to the viewers what liberation theology is and how it connects to the Motorcycle Diaries?
Of course. Well, firstly, liberation theology is from the underside of history, which is an oppressed group. So in this case, in the Motorcycle Diaries, the oppressed group would be the indigenous people. And what is trying to be done is they are trying, through faith and action, to get away from their oppression. And in this instance, when the miners of an American-owned company were trying to work, they were treated as though they were indifferent. They were just picked at random, and it didn't really matter as to who was working it. They just cared about getting someone to do the back-breaking labor, and they were just going to pay them whatever they wanted. And because of that, they were being oppressed. And liberation theology is seeing those groups and trying to get them out of that oppression.
So, going more deeper into it, do you think the Motorcycle Diaries is factual, and do you believe that everything in that movie is real and it actually happened?
Well, of course, since it's a movie, not every single detail is in fact real. But what is real is the interpretations of the movie, the morals which it instills in its viewers. For example, the Bible. Not everything in the Bible is factual. However, what is real is the morals which the stories try to entail into us. Like it is in the Motorcycle Diaries, the moral is of the injustice and how Che wants to help the people get out of that oppression and that injustice. And that's how it is, the storytelling. Just like the Bible, it has to be interpreted as to what it is.
Okay, so in the movie, at first he seemed like he wanted to be a doctor, right? So how do you think he changed his mind throughout the film? Like, what made him change his mind about it?
Well, that's where vocation comes into play. See, everyone has a vocation, which is something that they are meant to be. At first, the main character believed that he needed to be a doctor. But it took the 2-year-long trip, for him to realize that his true vocation was trying to help oppressed people.
Hakuna Matata, what a wonderful